Last time on Dungeon Junkies. Lifted by the powerful and muscular sprites, our adventurers are carried across where the bridge once was and follow the tracks of a female tiefling. Our group attacks the tiefling along with some dretches, and the battle rages on.
Yunaria, you're up.
So did that dretch die?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, he's bloodied in the floor.
I'll take care of him. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
take him out. He left him there for you.
Pussy attack.
Pussy attack.
Don't call
Pussy
it that.
control.
Please don't call it that.
That's the pussy attack.
No, I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to
Pussy
call it...
strike!
I'm going to call it the Ray of Frost is what it's called.
Who sings Pussy Control? Is that Prince? You guys know
Is that a
Y'all know
song?
Yeah. Pussy Control. So what are you doing?
Anyways,
Yunaria?
I'm going to do a ranged spell attack with Ray of Frost.
Oh,
Is that a cantrip?
It sure is.
Have you used a spell slot this
Wait,
whole
who-
combat?
what are
No,
you...
because I don't have any. I only have color spray, which is the only
I
damage.
thought you had
Are you
I have
going-
grease. I have fog cloud. I have
Wait,
find
wait.
familiar.
Hey,
I can.
you
Are
can
you
do
going for
lots
the
of
dretch?
tricks. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're an
yeah.
actual classic
I can do
magician.
plenty of stuff that actually isn't in combat,
So you're a magician,
which is
like,
what I'm aiming for.
Hey,
Like a
hey,
real
hey.
life magician.
Utility.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to
You
be the utility
asshole.
guy. All right.
You'll save us 100 other times.
Hey,
How long
I greased them up. All right. I grease them all up.
Jack off some
You've been
dice
jacking
over
that dice off for fucking 2 minutes.
Sorry, it's because you guys keep
Judging me.
greasing me up.
You're greasing
You
those dice. Hey, it
definitely-
worked. It worked.
That's a 23.
Yeah, 23 definitely is.
And let's roll that D.
Bro, yo, motherfucker.
D8. D8.
That
That
is
is
disappointing.
a 3.
Beautiful.
Could have been better. But,
So,
okay.
is that that's is Frost or is that cold damage?
Yep, cold damage.
Okay. So you once again you fire off this ray of frost
Yeah.
at this prone dretch lying on the floor.
Yeah.
And dretches also have resistance to cold damage, which I didn't read that
What?
before.
Jesus
So,
Christ. I can't do anything to
cold
these
damage.
guys.
So
That's why you wanted
it
Sheesh.
hits it, frosts its little fucking sexy, dirty
Okay.
little tips, fucking tips,
Alright.
and takes 1 damage.
Alright. Well, I frosted his tips, guys. I
Wow.
fucking NSYNC his hair and shit. Yeah.
And so Gavin,
What?
But I'm gonna walk up next to the guy, and I got my 2 swords out.
girl, excuse me.
Excuse me,
If you like more.
bear. I just walk past the bear, and I swing my primary sword.
Word.
Ooh, that is a 22.
Okay, yeah, absolutely you hit.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll my second one before I do damage.
Okay,
Second one. Oh, damn it. Second one's an 8.
that one will miss.
Okay. So then I do 2d6 because I still got Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
So that is 8, 9, 10, 11 damage with my swords.
How do you want to do it?
Ooh, so I want to do it non-lethal. Can I do non-lethal?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do non-lethal damage, and I am going to I want to come in with the sword, with the flat of the blade, like kind of underhand smack her upside her head. Just
Yeah.
bah! Smack her upside the head.
All right.
Crack her real solid.
Bless you. So Gavin runs up swiftly on the side of this tiefling female, and swings the first short sword right up and just bops this
That's not the
tiefling right on the head. Sets off the hunter's mark, and
Is the other Drutch still alive?
yes, it is.
And my hunter's mark's going to move to.
You want to move it to? Can you move it from something that's just unconscious, or
Or
does it have to die first?
It's just
I
when
think
it goes to
it's just
0.
unconscious.
When it goes
Okay.
to 0 hit points.
So you
Oh, on a subsequent turn. Never mind. I gotta wait till my next turn.
Okay, so you bop it right upside the tiefling right upside the head, and she falls to the floor, knocked out.
Yeah.
So she's incapacitated for now. So next we have the dredge that is lying on the ground.
Is he bloody now?
Yeah,
he was bloody
yeah.
before.
So the dredge stands up and makes his way. Makes his way directly across. Right in between, I believe that would be Yunaria and who's
Juniper.
and Juniper.
In between?
That's a metaphorical axe. It's like a
Not
guitar.
directly, but kind of like a triangle form. Because
Okay.
y'all are kind of, I guess, right
Like if it was a
directly
hexagon,
behind
bro.
each other.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to use Fetid Cloud. So let me read this one real quick.
Boy.
So a
Doesn't
10-foot
sound
radius of
fun.
disgusting green gas extends out from the dredge. The gas spreads around corners and its area is lightly obscured. It lasts for 1 minute or until a strong wind disperses it. Any creature that starts its turn in that area must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the start of its next turn.
Boy.
While poisoned in this way, the target can take either an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both, and can't take reactions.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. Thanks for drawing that out.
That'd actually go, because he's in the middle, it would cover the whole path.
So, so this cloud disperses from the dredge, engulfs Yunaria and Juniper.
Do we take damage, or what damage do we take?
You
think we
have
take any.
so on your turn you'll take a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned.
Okay.
If I read that correctly,
I believe
It's
you
not a
did.
spell, right? It's one of the dredge's abilities.
it's an action.
Yeah.
So you don't take any damage yet, but you might be poisoned if you don't succeed on the Constitution throw. So,
Poison's never fun.
so
It is on the enemy.
next Juniper, you are
Perfect.
GTFO!
So you can move.
You
It's
just
just
move out of
it's just in a 10-foot radius around.
No. This is what I want to do. I would like to go ahead
You're gonna stay
and
in the cloud.
This is
Hold
not from my crop dusty.
hold on. I'm gonna
Not
do
from
Thunder
that.
Wave,
Smells like
which
it.
is gonna push all of that away.
It's not gonna push the cloud away.
Why not?
Because it's thunder damage. It's not wind.
No, it's not. It says it pushes.
Force.
Yeah,
Pushes
no.
people.
It's not wind. though.
Unsecured objects that are complete within. Okay.
10-foot radius of disgusting green gas. The gas spreads around corners and it's lightly obscured. Lasts for 1 minute, until a strong wind disperses it. So I guess a force could be considered strong.
It pushes
That's
10
up to
feet
the-
away
It
from
pushes.
you.
Well,
it pushes
force
people.
isn't wind, but I guess it technically could be. I mean, I'll allow that.
It pushes the gas away. It knocks him out, but
Am I still
You're right on the edge of hitting
Wait.
Valmore, though, right?
But he won't.
He won't.
Almost.
But
It's real close.
5.
Yeah, you're right. You could
That's
do
a good
Wait.
spot right
you
there.
could do it right
5,
there.
10,
That's a good spot.
15.
But
Yeah.
it's
right.
gonna remove the cloud and maybe push it. You're just out of the cloud.
Because from
now.
here, it
It'll
would push it that way.
It'll push it, but Yunari is not quite gonna be out of it.
Also, I was gonna say
I won't disperse it.
It'll move
No,
it a
that's
little
not true.
bit away from you, but Yunari would still be
10
there.
feet, which would still leave Yunaria in the cloud.
Yeah, so you just.
But that's not an
basically-
issue.
You'd be moving out of the cloud
Yeah.
and just doing damage to the dredge, which is fine. That's totally cool.
Well, I
As long
mean,
as he
it's gonna take.
dies.
If as long as I pass this save, it's gonna take damage regardless.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it has
yeah.
to pass it safe.
Yeah,
You did it.
You moved out of the cloud. You don't have to
If
do
you want to cast a
Constitution
spell,
save.
you don't roll anything.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
I'm
so-
casting Thunder Wave.
So he has to make the dredge has to make a
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
That's-
Of what?
8 plus, so 15.
15.
15? Definitely fails. So you'd roll your
2d8.
2d8,
Nice.
yeah.
No, that's a D. 8. 7. 3. 10.
All right. How do you want to do it? You want to do it?
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Bard.
Hold on.
We're
Trying to think
always
of
expecting a
Where's
performance
your
whenever you do
charisma?
anything.
No.
We're always like,
What's it gonna be?
Say something stupid, we'll make fun.
Dance monkey.
yeah, so I'm gonna.
You could just do the attack. You don't have to say
I'm just
anything.
gonna.
come on, your adrenaline's up, you're fighting,
Yeah.
you're sweating a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna
Nice
go
and
ahead.
sweaty.
I'm gonna finish this fucker off.
I was
Can I
gonna
cast
And that's the
Thunder
first
Wave?
Thunder Wave kill that I've ever seen. That's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
First Thunder Wave I ever
Yeah.
saw you with
Yeah.
You won't get hit by it,
Alex.
right? This
No.
will be the second
Oh,
time.
I just
No.
came up with a pretty bad one.
It's the
Like,
So yeah, I cast Thunder Wave and I go,
Wave goodbye with this thunder wave.
I'd say something clever, but all my lines are dretch it and stab.
yeah. So I just cast it and he pushes back 10 feet.
Yeah.
And then so do you.
No,
don't you?
No,
she's
you
not
don't
in
really
range.
not,
I wasn't in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So he
You know, he would have been dead right now.
is just dead.
You said-
Yeah. So you thunder wave and blast the dretch off.
bitches.
Adios.
And the crack of thunder just blows this thing away, blows its cloud off, and it starts moving
blew that guy
towards
really
the
good.
west. And all of the enemies are defeated.
I want to immediately get my rope and start tying up this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Time to bitch.
go ahead and cut off like 20 feet of your
Yeah,
rope
I'll do
for
that.
now.
Boom.
Well, maybe not even 20 feet, maybe like 15.
I wanna be
whatever you think.
I'll
would
be patting down the tiefling while you're doing
Yeah, I'll
it.
do.
You gonna pat down the tiefling?
Pat down the tiefling.
All right.
I guess I'll pat down the dredges.
Well, I'm tying her up.
Well, can I, like, pat her up a bit?
We're gonna want. Hey,
Well,
we're gonna want to.
yeah, like,
If she's knocked out, we're gonna want to check her pockets first before we tie her. up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she
Yeah,
must-
go for it. I mean, like originally I was just like, damn. Now
Just
I'm worried
no,
about
no,
Jade.
let me
Now
first-
you
hey,
said
check
it
it out.
creepily.
Hey, let's tie her hands up right now, and then we can then we can search her.
Yeah. I just
Yeah,
tie her. I'll tie her
hands up.
hands. I'm gonna tie her hands where she can't use her fingers.
Yeah.
She can't move her fingers. I want to make sure.
Stop
Okay.
and frisk.
And then
Mummifier
I
hands.
gag her. She's a mage.
Word.
She's a
Yeah, I
dirty-
was gonna
dirty
say if you
mage.
just bind her fingers, then
You can
You
stop a
just
lot
say
of
stuff.
spells. You can stop a lot of spells by just.
not
No.
dissonant whisper though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but
Yeah.
not all of them. And I'm binding
Yeah.
her freaking. Binding or gagging her. So yeah, if anybody wants to search her, go for it.
All right.
I
So
mean, you'd be walking out of that cloud.
so the first thing that you find on on the
That's amazing.
tiefling female after she is her hands are tied, she's gagged. The first thing you find, so you find 10 gold pieces.
Oh.
You find a loot.
Wait, what?
Oh!
Oh, a loot!
Wow.
Yeah. And
I take that. No.
I already have one.
You find
Then I do take that.
and you find a potion of healing,
Potion of
Nice.
healing.
which y'all would recognize at this point.
Yeah.
I'm pocketing all this stuff.
You're pocketing everything? You're not
No,
sharing?
no, wait. I wanted
Well,
to get to
split
that.
the
Hold on.
treasure with everyone. Split just the fucking.
I was gonna split-
Gold with, I feel like everyone should just evenly split the gold as soon as
Well,
it's announced.
that's-
So
I
you
guess that
kind of
depends
jumped in
on
as
the-
Gavin was tying her up. I feel like
Okay,
that would
so
be the
the-
most logical thing to do.
Yeah. So we got
Kinda
2.5
pulling
gold
the items
each.
out and y'all can bicker upon.
2 gold, 5 silver each.
Yeah.
All right. So
And last but absolutely not least, you pull out a silver key. So this silver key, it has almost a very strange, almost like a light coming from it. You can tell there's something different about this key. It's not just a plain key. At the butt of this key,
What? You
there's
said what?
a circle of a 7-star circle.
oh shit. All right. So
Wait.
first I got the loot and I like
Oh,
really enthusiastically just kind of like hold it up. And I'm like, I like try to play it, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Wait, what the fuck? I'm in bear form. I'm finding all this shit in bear
So you're a
form.
bear
Wait,
trying to
are
play a
you
loot.
assuming that are you saying that when you went to Cersei, you just shifted back?
Yeah, I shift back.
That works.
I'm thinking about you just like
Gavin was
patting
searching it
down
and
with
pulling
bare
everything out and laying it
funny.
on
Yeah,
the
okay.
floor.
I like the
Little
loot playing
ridiculous.
bear better.
Me too. Yeah. Very nice.
Oh. I would break it. So yeah, I shift back. Look, it is juniper. Huh?
Yeah, I really like that.
Like, what an asshole.
Is it actually
like,
better?
Yeah.
You probably have something way better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like a loot.
Like,
So
look,
I
I'm
give
one of
you-
you now.
So I give him the loot and call
You
over.
looted a loot.
Oh, horde.
Oh, you know you. What is this? Here, this key. Something strange about it.
Mhm.
Huh?
I'll go ahead and make an Arcana check for that.
Actually,
Or not.
first make an Arcana.
Okay.
Second, make a religion check.
Okay. I'll do the Arcana check. I think
Nice.
that's pretty darn good. That's a 24
For religion?
for Arcana.
Arcana. So this key has very, very, very strong magical properties around it.
So,
In fact, you can actually see the aura around this key a lot brighter than everybody else.
okay. Cool. And let's make that religion check.
Fuck.
Not your strong suit.
Not my strong shoot. That's not actually that.
Seven
Could be
plus
better.
what?
That's an 11 total.
11.
Too bad.
You know that the 7-star symbol is from some deity, but you're not sure which one.
Did I see the
Okay.
key when it was pulled off of the?
Yeah,
chair?
well, yeah, you were tying.
Okay.
You were tying
I want to
something
roll
up.
a religion on that also. Not my strong suit also, but might as well give it a shot.
Something from
That's a ranger pun, and it got me to a 16.
16. You same thing. You also notice that the 7-star circle on the butt of the key is from a deity. You aren't exactly sure which deity, but you think it may be Mistra. You think it might be the goddess of magic, but you're not certain. But that would be your guess.
I'm walking over here to regroup
Well,
with them.
I am gonna say it's highly magical, but no, I don't know anything about it.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just go. I just saw it as he pulled it off.
Yeah. So did y'all want to check the other?
The dretches?
I did
Yeah,
actually. I did.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. For some reason, I thought that already happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought
So
that was
who's
part of it.
pocketing? Is anybody got a pocket?
So
the
it
key?
was
There
me
was
and
one.
So give the
Right
key.
here.
Does
me and
anyone else
Yunaria.
have a
She Yunaria has the key.
Right.
And I
Okay.
gave the instrument to Juniper, and I pocketed the potion.
So I'll go ahead and look at the key too. And I 5.
What key?
Wait, are you just looking for the key? To
No,
see if you saw
religion check.
it? Okay.
Because I see them. I'm right
Yeah.
here with them, so I
Yeah.
see that they have the key.
You just.
I'm
see,
just trying to see if I know what it is, but I have no
Yeah,
idea.
you just
It's a
see
shiny
the
key?
I have a
I
new
didn't try.
loot, so
Very distracting.
Wait. Somebody Arcana check that loot.
ooh, yeah, that's smart. I want to Arcana check the loot.
Okay. What'd you roll on your Arcana for the loot?
It's an 18.
All right. Great roll. It is just a regular roll. Loot.
Ooh.
And then who did anyone want to search stretches?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one did you want to search?
There was the one that died back here that was on Valmore's
The one
back.
on Valmore's back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you search the second dretch and you find 20 copper pieces.
Oh,
Wow.
that's something. And
That's
I-
dretch.
I-
Not too impressive.
yeah, I feebly offer copper coins to anybody who would like to take some.
They too much to carry.
Yeah,
they're the
people.
pennies. Yeah.
And, anyone for the
Get 100 of them, you
Let
get
me
a silver.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I'll
let me
bet down
no
in a
10.
second.
Or you get 10.
Let me know whenever you get those into gold, and then I'll take some of them off your hands.
And then how about the
Fifth.
second dretch?
I guess I'll search it. Wow.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
Here.
I didn't hear you.
Here.
That's good. I was yawning.
I'll just take the loot if I want it anyway.
Yeah, 'cause you're right next to us.
And then on the second
kill all
one,
these.
you find 13 silver pieces.
Wow.
I'll take some of that silver.
They're just dretches, not too. So whatever y'all wanna, however y'all wanna divvy that up.
I just boo it. Yeah, just pass it around.
Everybody gets 3. One person gets 4. I'll take 3.
I'll take 3 too.
3 silver?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alessandro, you get 4.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is
What's
caring.
your fucking pussy?
Or they're copper, in which case keep them
Or they're
yourself.
copper. Hey, more copper
Keep
for
my
you,
pennies.
bro.
Keep your
All right.
pennies.
So y'all have defeated the enemies that you had to face, and now you're in a weird situation because so the spot you're at, you're still on that bottom ledge. You see some vines, moving up the wall onto that second basically step, and you can't necessarily see what's up there. now what you can see, because it's right in front of you, so there's a waterfall, obviously, falling from somewhere above, what you presume is maybe the step above you. And you can also see it branching off and the water kind of floating up into the air, and across the canyon to the other side through a big doorway. And you can also see some, at this point from where you're standing, you can also see the stones floating in the air, kind of like a pathway made. Not necessarily made like a magic pathway that's there leading across, so you can get to said doorway, which you can see drawn out here. But those are above you.
They're floating in the air.
They're floating in the air.
So I have a question. Where are the sprites that
Let
brought
Gavin
us
ask his question first.
It was the same question.
Okay, what'd you ask?
along? Where are the sprites that brought us along? That helped us?
They
come
just
over
dropped y'all off and went
That's
back
all
to
they
the
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
here? Okay.
Because we got a prisoner, so I'm not too. I
We've
don't.
been
Do we want?
carrying that guy.
Well, no, we got this chick that we just knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to?
If the sprites were still here, that would be
Right. Is there anything I could see that we could tie her to?
You could, there's some vegetation coming out of the wall, not only the vines, but, of course it's basically like the bark of a
roots
tree.
and
So
shit.
there's roots, things like that you could possibly tie the prisoner to.
I want to try to tie her, strap her up to some of that.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll a,
I also can I request for role playing purposes? Can you roll this check for me? And I'll tell you what to add, but I don't want to know if I rolled really good or not.
yeah,
Okay. I don't want anybody to know whether or not I failed or not. Just be like, okay, you tied it. So
Yeah.
because I wouldn't know whether or not I did a good job.
so we're gonna, we're actually gonna roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay, so whatever you roll, it would just be +2, and that's me tying her up.
All right.
You successfully, you drag her over to the nearest tree stump that's kind of attached to from the wall to the floor, and you lean down. You struggle a little bit to, you're kind of fumbling over your hands a bit. You're having a little bit of trouble.
No,
but
y'all see.
you managed to tie pretty not. But you,
I'm confident in it?
You're pretty confident.
Okay, I'm confident in it.
You're confident. May not be the best knot.
But I'm confident in it. So.
Or if you're
I'm
confident,
confident in his confidence.
Yeah. I'm confident to
I
not
didn't
say
know he
shit.
cared that much about tying a
Yeah.
rope. So
As long as she's secure.
Okay. So at this point, your prisoner's tied to the wall.
And yeah.
What it appears is actually, why don't everybody roll perception?
Okay.
Oof.
Got a 10,
16.
I got a 17.
17,
I got an 8
8.
with a +5.
17.
All right.
I'm focused on this awful knot.
And then one more check. We're gonna roll an Arcana check as well.
Okay.
6.
7.
19.
13.
So a weird mix of things. So first off, you kind of feel the tree kind of begins to you almost feel like an earthquake throughout the tree.
Oh.
That's not good.
It begins to almost shake a little bit, not violently, pretty subtle. Everybody but Gavin notices that. Now Juniper notices that this dark magic potency that you felt before, it seems to have grown a lot more powerful.
Guys, I can feel this dark power. It's so powerful.
It seems to have gotten significantly stronger. It intimidates you a little bit. But
Man, you guys should have felt that.
This aura Ooh.
So the way is pretty straightforward at this point. You know that you could either jump down into the abyss,
Which is an option, but a bad one.
Probably a bad option.
idea.
You might get lucky.
I want to start investigating the vines. I want to start.
Why
trying
don't you do that?
because-
Jerking the vines off.
I want to investigate.
No,
the
I'm
vines.
jerking myself
yeah,
off.
Yeah, all that fucking
I'm looking to
I'm investigating
all
That's
the
it.
vines.
So let's start. Who wants to investigate the vines?
Well, I'm
investigate
just
them.
gonna try to, because I
How
saw.
so? Do you want?
Well, I saw him
how you
pull
wanna
on
go?
them earlier to try to. So I'm
Pull
just
on
gonna.
one.
Well, I saw him yank on one, so I'm just gonna try to climb up one. I'm
Okay.
gonna grab one that looks pretty sturdy.
So go ahead and roll strength check.
Would it be athletics or
It'd be
just
athletics.
Okay, athletics. That is a 12, 14.
14. All right. So, Gavin, you walk up to the nearest vine, which they're pretty much scattered all along the wall. And you walk up to the nearest one, and with pretty little difficulty, you shimmy right on up it with no issues.
Alright, I see him go up there, and I want to yank on it.
And
too,
you're
go
out
up
of there for him at this point, correct?
there. I got out to loot.
I'm gonna climb too.
Let's go one at a time
All right,
for this
and
one.
you said athletics?
Yes.
21.
All right. You even quicker than your partner. You shimmy right on up. Which vine were you going to?
So
try?
he went up one. I'm going up the same one.
You're gonna go up the same one. All right. And then next, you wanna go, Juniper?
Mhm.
All
I don't know if I want to do the same vine.
right.
At this, it would get a little crowded.
I'm fearful of the next vine that's picked. I'm gonna do this.
So I'm thinking, which vine's alive?
It's just gonna take you.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even think about that. I was just like, nearest one, grab it, let's go.
6.
6. You so you which vine are you gonna take? Gonna take the one next to it.
Yeah.
So you go to shimmy up the vine, and the vine, you get about halfway up, and the vine snaps on you, and you don't take any damage.
Nice.
You do fall, land on your feet, fall to the ground, but the vine did break.
I'll go ahead and help him back up.
All right.
Thank you.
Pat his shoulders, brush off his shoulders. Yeah.
You can't win them all. It'll make a good song.
In the meanwhile, is it possible to climb up the wall instead of the vines?
You can definitely try to.
Okay. Well, I
Oh,
say
yeah,
that
cat
because
creature.
I have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Yeah.
So, would I just get up there with
You
the...
need to roll strength still.
Okay.
Athletics.
Cool. Knew I was gonna fuck that up.
What'd you roll?
Non-natural 1.
Oh, does she break a claw?
I have a negative on strength.
You
This is gonna be a long while.
you go to reach into the bark that's leading up to the next step,
Mhm.
and you jam your claw right into it, and you break your claw, and
God damn it.
roll a d4.
It's a non-natural.
Yeah, he didn't even crit fail.
Jesus.
I could have had
yeah.
him roll. I could
I'd
have had
say
him
you could have
fall
got
from
halfway
20
up.
feet. Yeah, I could have made it worse.
Well, we got a 2.
All right. So you break your
Unfortunate.
claw, take 2 damage, and yeah. So half the party is up and half is down.
Hey, what do you guys see up there?
I'm actually going to, on that note, like, because I'm assuming there's like tracks from the dredges and things like that were up here. I'm gonna kind of perception. I want to start tracking to see if I see any other kind of creatures.
Okay.
That'd be like a nature check.
Nature.
All right, and I get to double my proficiency because we're in the forest. So that is a 19 plus plus 5. So yeah, 24.
Yeah.
To track
So-
to see.
You see a couple tracks. Of course, you see the 2 dredge tracks that you just fought. You also see 3 drag marks moving across the dirt that's up above you along the river, and they end right at the edge of so right here on the edge of the of this walkway, they end right there. But but you do see the dredged footprints, which you can clearly make out, and two dragged something.
Okay.
Can't tell exactly what, but something was dragged.
There were no footprints with the drag marks?
No.
Would I be able to tell the size of what left the drag marks? Because it is the thing that I can see the size of what leaves tracks, but I don't know if this counts. So yeah.
It looks like human. Something human was dragged.
And how long ago? That's another. I just noticed, like, my natural explorer is like, while tracking other creatures, you learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
It would be within the last few hours.
Okay, cool. So I would pass that.
Very super recently.
Something came through here recently. About an hour or so.
Should we hurry then?
Keep in mind, Yunari and Juniper are about 20 feet down.
Yeah, I'm like calling down off the edge.
Okay.
Like, get up here.
All right, I'm gonna try to go up the same vine that they went up.
Okay.
15.
All right. You with a little difficulty, you also shimmy up the vine and up onto the plateau.
So shut down. There's so many vines. What's the problem? Choose one. Get up here.
As I stare at my broken claws. 4 broken claws in total.
Stop breaking
and
those.
counting. But Yunaria will reluctantly try again.
On a vine this time?
You're gonna try a vine.
We'll try a vine this
again.
time. We'll try a vine
You
this
just
time.
gotta be different.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay, that was a
14.
You use your cat-like ability and you shimmy that pussy right up on the right up the vine.
Shimmy that pussy, bro.
Pussy control.
Pussy
gonna do
control.
Never gonna end.
And you shimmy up the vine with little issues this time. But your claw hurts a little bit, or your paw.
Yeah, it's really just my. Did it break on the same hand, or do I just have like?
Left hand. I don't remember. I don't know.
I already have 2 broken claws from before.
Damn.
So did I break the 2 others on the same claw, or was it the other claw?
I don't think we specified which paw the other claws were broken.
You've been
on.
healed since
Okay.
then.
It would depend if you're left-handed or right-handed. Or
Why, did you-
Left-handed, probably.
Did you get those healed when you got up to full HP?
Well, that doesn't mean they grow back instantaneously, do they?
Maybe they do for you.
I don't fucking know.
I
don't know.
Who cares? You broke goddamn claws.
I have 4 broken claws. It depends. Do I have 1 useless
Half and
hand
half.
with no claw? Okay,
Yes.
half and half. All right.
We'll
deal
go
with
half and half.
We're gonna.
I was
declaw
just
you,
interested.
motherfucker.
All right. I don't fucking know.
This
You're a
is all
talking
on-
cat
this
that
is all
does
on
magic.
purpose.
They came back.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's
Right?
right. You're probably right.
Exactly.
I want to be sure. Can I do my manicure with one hand and not the other?
No.
All right,
Does
so
Yunaria
we're up top
wanna come on
here,
this-
just chilling, looking at.
Well, so yeah,
Tracks.
Yeah,
are
we're
we
gonna
waiting?
tracks.
We're waiting for.
No
Did
way.
Yunaria climb up?
Yeah,
She's up here.
okay.
She's up here with us.
Then
everyone's up now.
so the tracks
That's why she's
went
been complaining about her
towards
hands.
the
They end.
These clouds.
So they
at
end
the edge, and
right
we see
at the
this.
edge. And if you like, as you can see here, due to the drawing, there's the floating stones right here that go. So here's the edge of the walkway, so to speak, right? And you see the river running next to you, and part of the river just drops down off the edge. And of course, there's you have dirt on either side of the river, correct? And then that river, part of it drops off, and the other piece kind of extends. It keeps continuing on through the air, up and over, through another entrance on the other side. And there are it's like a floating pathway leading across to the other ledge, so to speak.
And we can see that pathway, so we could. What?
Yeah, you can see it.
All right, I want
you can get
to.
across.
So, go ahead. Okay. I got some rocks and pebbles and stuff in my pocket. I wanted to go and put one in the stream and see if it takes it up.
Okay.
And I take a whole
Where
bunch of
are you throwing all of them in?
Just a few, you know.
Okay.
big enough to notice them.
Okay.
So I put them here and see.
So as you why don't you actually roll roll for a let's do a sleight of hand once again.
Skip those rocks.
14.
All right. And then one more thing, roll a perception check. How do you roll your dice?
See what I'm
I don't
saying? He's like fucking
So
like they're
excited.
Pokeballs.
20, non-netted.
He like turns his hat backwards.
You
Overhands
you toss the handful of stones. 4 of them make it into the river with no issue.
You toss it like it's one of your D20.
One of them just kind of falls out of your hand, lands onto the dirt in front of you, and kind of just rolls into the water.
Okay.
You do notice something odd though. As you toss the stones into the water, you notice that this river kind of has a weird pattern. Like it doesn't seem to be flowing just in one steady direction. It's got a more sporadic flow to it. And even though you do see once the waterfall steadily falling down and that other piece kind of flying up into the air, one of the stones kind of goes up what it looks like upriver. 2 of them fly straight up into the air, following that stream across the gap, and then one goes down and down the waterfall.
I wanna run a detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to. It's a
It's
spell.
Arcana, but you just
Yeah,
detect.
you just do it. You just
just
detect.
know.
Strong magical presence here.
That is weird.
Done.
Yeah.
It's like it has a mind of its own. Currents are all over the place.
The first stone, the first floating stone, how far away from the ledge is it?
Which I'm sorry, the first one.
Well, what kind of
Yeah,
magic is
or
it?
is
So he tossed it in the basically.
No, I'm sorry. The pathway that goes across,
Mhm.
is it just like a solid pathway?
No, so it's the stones are
Yeah,
floating
yeah.
in the air, pretty small gap in between them. You wouldn't have any issues crossing.
Okay. I was gonna lightly step on the first one.
Okay.
While you
Well,
just,
so for detect magic, you see a faint aura around any visible
You
creature.
get onto it, no problem.
So is it the water that is the aura, or like where's the magic coming from?
It's this
whole
whole
area.
place is
Okay.
filled with
Permeates.
some kind of there's magic radiating from
Oh, we could've told
absolutely
you.
everything in this place.
We are kind of assume that.
Everything from the vines to the stones to the water.
But it's just like, yeah.
very
pretty-
powerful magic.
Wow.
Very powerful.
the whole tree is.
This
pretty
whole
systematical.
tree is like it's like a living organism. And everything is alive here.
Am I actually kind of in the water right now,
No.
or I'm next to it?
So it's kind of hard to explain because just the way I drew it, it's kind of odd. So this falls straight down, right?
So I'm kind of to the right of the river that's flying off through the air.
You would be going directly, like, pretty much just right to the right of the waterfall, but out past it. You're basically just going straight across, and
Okay.
the waterfall's falling down.
And then the flying river is where?
is going up, like
Okay.
almost
Above.
straight up and
Gotcha.
above.
So
Gotcha.
when you look upwards, do you see?
We see
You
the,
see it arching straight
Okay.
ahead over to, basically up above, across
Gotcha.
this floating pathway, and into that tunnel that lies ahead.
Sky Island.
So you have no issue stepping onto the stone.
All right.
And there's not a big gap in between them. You can see they're laid
This-
out pretty much pretty close to each other.
And the stone didn't move at all when you got on it?
No,
But I see
very
it was
steady.
just very, very steady.
Very steady.
Okay. Then I would.
well, I seen tracks that something got drugged across this pathway, so I'm pretty certain
But
somebody
so
else. Is
you
Why was she
saw it-
down there? If I want to know why she was just chilling down there. If she knew that up here was like, because all we did was climb up vines.
So you saw the bodies drug across here,
and the tracks ended
and
there.
then it ended.
Yeah, I'm assuming they went across. Yeah, I don't know for a fact they
I
went
don't know.
across. I'm assuming that they did. Maybe it's some kind of. Well, I definitely don't want to go any further out. I wanted to stay close enough to where if it started giving out, I could try to jump back to solid ground.
Maybe we could find a heavy rock to put it on there. Maybe toss it over there and see if it sustains that weight.
We got dretch bodies.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go get the dretch bodies and fucking put them on there to see if it's strong enough to hold a. We can even do 2 dretch bodies just to.
We just have to, because they're close enough together. We could probably just toss it along the path, and it'll bounce along maybe 1 or 2 stones.
We're gonna have to go all the way back down. How are we gonna get dretch bodies up here?
We have ropes. Somebody go down, tie it up, drag it up. I don't think we have to overthink it.
I've given you guys a couple items that might help in the past.
Yeah, I'm.
Fuck it. I don't care. Let's just go ahead and walk past these things.
Well, Gavin wouldn't walk across it. I don't think he wouldn't. Not.
I'm surprised you got on the first one.
Yeah, just a floating pathway. I wouldn't trust it.
Any way for us to find out?
Okay, I want to do acrobatics. I want to walk over here, and you're on that first one.
Yeah, I'm on the first one. Is there's enough room for both of us on the same stone?
Yeah, so they're probably about 10 feet wide.
Okay, yeah.
Per stone, so you'd be able to fit.
So, yeah, it's pretty sketchy. Yeah.
So you step onto it, steady. Very steady.
Completely steady.
No problem.
But this one's on ground though, isn't it?
No.
No, it's
floating.
The first one's floating.
The first one's floating.
Cool.
Both of you on there now.
Yeah. So
I'm like looking down and going.
I turn to Gavin and I go, "Here's my loot in case I don't make this jump."
And okay, I'm gonna get it and just.
It's the extra loot. It's not my nice.
I'm just gonna give it a little straw. I'm like, good luck.
Push him off.
Good luck, Jim.
So the waterfall's going. It's kind of loud in here.
Yeah. So I want to just I guess jump forward onto it.
Onto the second one.
Onto the second one.
Okay.
Right.
You
Here.
It's not too far. They're not too far gapped out.
You can step to it, right?
Yeah, you would just step over to it.
Cool.
Once again, fine. Totally fine.
I'll go to the next one.
You jump onto the second platform and you die. No, you're good. It's totally steady.
You just have a heart attack.
You get raped.
Dead. You're so scared.
That hurt my feelings.
So yeah, you have one more platform until you are to the opposite end.
Okay.
But they've all seemed perfectly steady. Like this was put there to get across.
So how is this accurate? About 10 feet above me is gonna be.
No.
How high up is the water?
It would probably be a good 20 to 25 feet above you.
Oh, this is what I want to do. I want to take out my
fishing pole.
Yeah, my my short bow.
Okay.
I know. I want to take out just my crossbow, and I'm gonna actually aim it, and I want to see if there's some sort of barrier around this water, if it's holding it in place, or if it's gonna go through it.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll to hit.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna call back. It looks good. To call back everyone to make their way.
2 plus.
They get shot by your crossbow.
Yeah, 7.
All right. So you're standing on this floating rock, and you point your bow straight up in the air, and you fire an arrow. As soon as you let it loose, it hits the edge of the water, but the current is pretty powerful, and it just immediately tosses your arrow into, I guess it would be kind of up, straight back above you, just right behind you.
Yeah, okay.
But it does go into the water.
It hits the water.
Not far,
yeah. But there's no barrier around it, but the water pressure is very powerful, and it fires right back behind you.
Probably not something we want to touch.
Probably not.
Yeah, it seems pretty powerful.
It's
Well-
a powerful stream, and it's moving. That piece seems to be moving in a steady stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Very powerful.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
start following him across.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the next step.
And no. Once again,
Oh,
no
I tripped and
issues.
fell. And
Oh!
I completely through my own
Oh,
fault. I die.
You did.
Okay.
Boop, boop,
We're all
boop,
keep
boop.
moving.
You
And
hear
we
the
get all the
Halo
way
theme
over there.
as you cross.
Oh. That's as much as we can get.
I look at Gavin and I go, "You can keep the loot."
Oh, I give it a little strong.
I see that. I was like, oh, I thought you liked that.
I did.
I thought you liked that lyric.
All right. Are we,
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Great. It's like
And then
out of tune.
There's the door in front of us.
it's more. It's an
Like a
opening.
tunnel?
It's not a
Like a
door.
trench.
It's like a.
Like a
it's
doorway.
just like an
Oh,
sketch.
I know.
Yeah, like a tunnel or
That's
something.
right.
Okay.
Small tunnel.
Never
Would
been
y'all
before.
like to proceed?
You want me to scout ahead?
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask what's in front of us.
I can scout through the tunnel.
Done.
There's the tunnel or like an opening that continues on further.
Oh, I can do.
It's a small connection to the other room, maybe about 25 feet long or so. You can. It's again pretty dimly lit just because it's in this like weird in between. So
I
this
can see
purple
that.
light is illuminating it, but it's a little dimmer than most.
I can
areas.
see in dim light for 60 feet as
Yeah.
if it were bright lights.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
do we see
perfect.
anything?
So as you peer down through the tunnel, you can see the opening into the next room, and all you can see is a bunch of trees lining up all throughout at least the outer edge of the room.
Okay. Well,
Bunch of trees
I will
inside
tell the
this
rest
tree.
of them there's seems to be a lot of vegetation over yonder.
Yeah, my speciality. I want to stealth head and to scout out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stealthily enter the room quietly. Pull my hood up. Whoosh, go forward.
How far forward are you gonna go?
You
fail.
Yeah,
You get a new motherfucking roll.
fucking bitch.
Reroll. Reroll.
Cool, because that was actually a crit one.
Yeah, nah, reroll.
Fucking floor
Should be a
dice.
new rule though. Crit fail every time you throw your fucking dice off the table.
So
Alessandro.
that
I
is.
don't.
You actually do.
I'm not rolling them.
That is a non-natural 20.
Alright.
Or
no,
22.
And I'm sorry, how far forward did
20.
you wanna?
I'm gonna go once I'm into the tunnel.
Because
or
I'm gonna show you all the drawings
Yeah.
as soon as you enter the room.
I'm gonna
If you wanna
go.
to the edge.
probably
of the room,
about-
I'll still show you.
I'm probably gonna go like 10 to 20 feet into the room.
So So now that Gavin stealthily sneaks up to the entrance of the room, and here's
This loops to here.
this actually loops to the piece that was flying the river stream that was flying through the air starts. Yes, it will start on the west wall. I guess that'd be the west. And it flies in through the opening down that tunnel in the air above you, and then you see it rise above all of these trees that you see in front of you. Before you, so you get up to the entrance of the room, and
Does it have like a door, or is it like
no,
open?
it's a tunnel.
Okay.
So you go. Gavin goes through the tunnel and looks out into the entrance of the room. Now you see the river rise above all of the trees that you see laid out before you. So these trees, they almost look like they're perfectly in sync with each other. They are perfectly lined up all throughout this room, and they're you don't count them, but there are a lot of trees. You can't exactly see the distance because the branches kind of tower down onto the ground. They all appear to be dead. No leaves, absolutely nothing. They are gray, withered trees all throughout this room.
Not so good for a catnip trip.
No. So now, if you wanted to check anything before, or if you just wanted to jump out there.
Well, I want to if I can, I want a perception to see if I see any creatures among the trees. Dang it. That is a. Would I get the bonus for the forest?
Yes.
Okay, so that is
Shut up! God damn it!
14.
14. So, you can't you don't see any kind of cryptids or any other strange monsters. You just see the trees throughout the room. But why don't you roll an Arcana check, and then we'll kind of base what I'm going to say off that.
13.
Anything added?
That's a 12 plus
that's
1.
Everything
Yeah.
added. Okay. So you notice also that some of these trees don't. They give you a different kind of feeling staring at them. They don't. Some of these trees, you can't exactly pick out which ones. They don't all seem the same.
But they're all dead.
They're all dead.
Or they all appear to be dead.
They all appear to be dead, but they you have a very odd feeling walking into this room.
And I'm still good for my stealth check from earlier.
You're still good on your stealth check.
Then at this point, I'm going to proceed here, and then I'm good.
Okay.
So
Gavin sneaks forward and to the you see him hook a right. Gavin stops right on the about 10 feet to the right inside the room.
I got my swords out.
I want to sneak up. I'd like to sneak up with these
So
guys.
why don't you roll stealth first?
90-20.
Yeah. So where'd you want to sneak up to?
Right up to Gavin.
Okay.
To me?
So
right
you,
here?
So you are able to sneak up. Now keep in mind this is drawn almost perfectly to scale. So that you can't really say too much, but yes, you'd be moving like exactly behind Gavin.
Gavin turns around like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So you sneak up right behind Gavin with no issue to the right side of the room. And Yunaria, Yunaria and Juniper are still inside the tunnel. Kind of, I'm guessing, kind of following suit and sort of walking in the direction of the room. Correct?
Right.
Yeah. Word.
All right. If nobody else has any plans, I want to nature check the tree right next to me.
Okay.
That is a 15, 16, 17, 18. Not natural 20.
The tree next to you seems to be some kind of it's just a dead root, possibly like a birch tree, something of that sort. Nothing particularly special about it though. Does seem to it seems to have they should be alive, and this tree specifically, and you could guess maybe all the other trees around it should be alive, but for some reason these are all dead. The tree in front of you, though, it seems to be
An average tree.
Average tree. Nothing. Well, there's something severely wrong with it, but nothing.
It's not like
nothing odd. It's
tree monster.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. This has got to be the way to the heart for sure.
Yeah. I think so. I think
It's the exit.
if this river is from that or something, and they corrupted this, and this river feeds these trees, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
I feel as though this whole place is living and breathing. This river is as if it is the blood leading to the heart.
Yeah, I think we should best go forward though. One way to find out.
That's for sure.
Follow the river.
I'm gonna start advancing forward. I'm gonna go.
You'll if you want to continue your stealth, you'll need to roll another.
No, at this point, I was gonna say at this point we'd already started talking aloud, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna slowly.
I didn't even follow him with stuff.
I'm just gonna
so-
slowly walk forward about 20 feet,
Okay.
Like, kind
Which
of-
direction?
just straight across this way.
Okay. As you walk forward, you need to roll a strength check.
Do I need to do it at any particular place or?
So since
Or right
you
here.
were,
I was
yeah,
here,
we're
going
gonna
to
say
here.
you're right next. Yeah, you're right
That was
next
where
to
my.
that one.
I was planning to
Now
end
the tree,
the river.
real quick.
Oh, it's helping
the-
me stop.
the roots reach up from under you, and you feel something grab your legs, and now you need to roll strength.
Alright, so I don't know if this will be relevant during the battle, but just in case, while we're in my favorite terrain, difficult terrain will not slow our travel. Okay.
It's
unless it's magical. Magical stuff I can't. But like if it's just because the tree roots or some shit, that won't slow us down.
It's so
Unless
you're
they're actually
actually so you'll actually be rolling initiative
Okay.
after this.
Okay, so my strength was just a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Ooh, 19.
So you as the roots come up and try and grab you, Gavin flexes super fucking hard. Easily snaps these branches. They had a fairly tight grip on you, but you were able to get free, and now you'll need to roll initiative, and whoever else saw.
Okay. I mean, did we all notice this?
I don't know. You'd have to roll perception for that.
Okay, let's roll.
I'm only like
Just
20.
because you're not
25.
too far in, but
Oh, it's
there's
kinda
so you got to keep
trees
in
and
mind these
stuff.
trees are kind of like almost not quite overlapping, but it's a very full room. Just the way I drew it, I was trying to draw them kind of small. So.
Well, I'm gonna
So
follow. I mean, are we all walking together? Or?
yeah, it would make sense that we would.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to warn you
Well, I
is
was
you need to be
advancing
careful on how
forward
you move your
without-
piece because
Yeah, I still want to make that perception.
I was gonna say I was scouting forward.
you're gonna have to follow the exact path or try and forge a new path.
So-
and if that's the case,
Gavin was under the impression he was not being directly followed.
Yeah.
That's why when you walk
Right.
behind him, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing directly?"
Yeah.
Like
I'm
right
still under
behind
the
me
impression
as I'm
that you're
scouting.
doing scouting. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what he was trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Would we have? So we probably didn't see it.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
roll-
your
I gotta
eyeball.
roll.
Y'all, you
Perception
can
check.
roll perception. What I'm saying, y'all can roll perception to see. It's a full room.
Yeah, I just don't want to
18.
be
10.
fucking.
To see if I
got
saw
an
what
8.
happened.
Gavin does not want to mother duckling all you motherfuckers
So
walking in line behind me.
Juniper definitely heard Valmore saw.
Okay.
Did you hear
but-
that?
I
Saw
saw
that.
it.
So if y'all would like to roll initiative as well, let's whoever wants to roll.
I rolled a
initiative.
14 for my
Yeah.
initiative.
Okay.
Damn.
6.
12.
Woo! I got a 22.
Unaria, so you don't see anything or hear much, but you do see your comrades. Bless you.
Thank
You
you.
see your comrades draw their weapons,
Okay.
and
I'm wary.
you're looking forward. You don't really see exactly what's happening, but you can see kind of a scuffle up ahead of you.
Okay. Well, that's not good. I can
Where
only.
are you moving now?
I'm just moving 10 feet ahead, just entering the room here. That's. Maybe I should move up one more. Yeah, I'll move up one more.
So,
That's the tree that I.
as you
nature checked.
move forward,
And you said it was fine, right?
Yeah, I aced that roll and he said it was fine.
Okay, cool. So
Yes.
we'll stop there.
yes, but
Just a little bit in.
you also hug the wall. As you move forward, if you're moving to this spot,
Mm-hmm.
you actually need to roll a strength check as well.
Is that tree grabbing him?
Oh, that's not
No.
good.
Okay.
The one next to it is.
This one right here?
Boy.
Yes.
Got the range of a million feet. That is a 7.
Alright.
This should be good.
Grab the cat.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
as
waiting.
as Unaria walks forward, the tree
walk
on so it would be here's what we're gonna do.
A lot of bad things start with as Unaria walks forward.
Right?
So as Unaria walks forward, once again, some roots, some dead tree branches swoop in onto either side and hold you still, and you are. That would make you, I guess, grappled.
Oh.
Let me.
That restraint is gonna
I guess it would technically be grappled. Let me
Okay.
double check.
What does that mean?
It's a grapple.
it means you're grappled. Like you gotta break free. So you have to roll a strength check before you're able to.
And it can attack you with advantage.
And so I can also attack it with advantage.
If it's a melee.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. Okay.
If you're
That's
able,
not good at all.
if you can argue the point that you're able to make the melee attack, like
Yeah.
if he's got your arms
That's true.
tied up. You
How
wouldn't be able
how tied up am I? Am I
Well,
super tied up?
so the way I'd say it is that you had both arms reached and grabbed. So
The branches
Okay.
came along you.
the
no, I
branches
really
came and
can't
kind
do
of grabbed around you, but
Yeah. I
they're
can
not
do-
blocking your mouth or anything. So if you use
Okay.
verbal
Yeah, I was
spell
gonna say.
commands, you are able to do that still.
Mm,
But you are right in its clutches.
I
So
can't do much.
And at this point, you everybody in the party, I would probably guess would see Yunaria get snatched up by that one.
Okay.
And you still, depending on your action, you still have some kind of action.
Yeah. I mean, I guess trying to use Firebolt is probably my best option here.
Does Firebolt require your hands?
It probably does.
Yeah.
My arms can be restrained, but I mean, I can still. My hands are still not like wrapped or anything.
I mean, I would allow it. I would say you
Okay.
can go for it, but you're also right up
It's a
on this
ranged
thing.
Well, it's better than I can't even like scratch them or anything.
Do you have
like,
disadvantage on a ranged spell when you're in grapple?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to make a. Oh,
Yeah,
so you're doing
well,
it with disadvantage?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of better than. I can't scratch them or anything.
What's your other damage cantrip?
The Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah. I figured fire would probably be better.
Yeah. Definitely right on that.
Unfortunately.
You could grease yourself up to slide out of there.
Can I agree? I don't think that. Can I try that?
Yeah, totally.
Alright, let's try that.
So
Just look up one spell
Yunaria uses her cat-like spell power to rather than apply the
I'll take
grease
it.
to the ground, apply it kind of just almost like out of your hands and maybe popping out from your hands over your body, and your body is real greasy now, and you notice that the tree, the branches are actually losing their grip, and you are actually you managed to slide out.
Right.
And it's still your turn. So if you
Okay.
want to use some movement or any extra actions, you totally can.
I think I'm done here. Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you could, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Really help us out a lot. You can also follow us on YouTube at Dungeon Junkies, or whichever way you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on Dungeon Junkies. And you can follow us on Twitter at Dungeon Junkie. See you guys next time.